In the world of Forex, every single millisecond matters, and we've got the 2026 data to prove just how much.
You know, it's not an exaggeration. This is the absolute truth in trading, especially if you're a scalper or you're running any kind of automated system. In these high-speed environments, the tiniest delays aren't just a minor annoyance, they're literally the difference between a winning trade and a losing one. It's easy to write this off as a problem for, the big hedge funds with their supercomputers. But let me ask you this. Is this hidden cost secretly eating away at your profits? Could it be turning what should have been great wins into break-even trades, or even worse, into losses? And that question leads us directly to the heart of the problem. A word that every single trader dreads hearing: slippage. So in this first part, we're going to break down exactly what slippage is and show you precisely how it kills your profits.
So what even is slippage? Well, put simply, it's that incredibly frustrating moment when you click your mouse to buy or sell at a specific price. But because of a tiny delay, your order actually gets filled at a worse one. You can think of it as the invisible tax you pay for having a slow connection. Let's just paint a picture here, one that's probably all too familiar. You see the perfect entry, you hit that buy button. But in those crucial milliseconds it takes for your order to reach the broker, there's a delay. The price takes just a few points against you, and bam, your order gets filled at a higher price than you wanted, instantly shrinking your potential profit right from the start. Now, this problem isn't always the same. It gets way, way worse under certain conditions. Think about major news events like the non-farm payroll report, or those quiet times during market rollovers when liquidity just dries up. The market moves like lightning, and in those moments, a slow execution isn't just bad, it can be absolutely devastating to your account.
Okay, so if speed is the name of the game, what about the tools we're actually using? This brings us to the Great Platform Showdown, a direct, head-to-head look at the two biggest names in retail Forex, MetaTrader 4 versus MetaTrader 5. The real difference here is under the hood, in the architecture. MT4 is single-threaded, which basically means it's like a one-lane road. It can only really do one thing at a time. MT5, on the other hand, was built from the ground up to be a multi-lane superhighway. It's multi-threaded and uses way more efficient ways to talk to the server. It was literally designed for the high-speed trading we're talking about today.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. I mean, look at this. While getting an execution around 100 milliseconds is actually pretty good on MT4, our tests show that MT5 can consistently hit speeds under 10 milliseconds. That's not just a little bit better. In many cases, it's a massive 10 times increase in speed. But, and this is a huge but, here's a critical catch we found in our research that you cannot ignore. Even though MT5's technology is superior, not every broker has their system fully optimized for it. We actually found some brokers that were slower on MT5 than on their old MT4 platform. This means you absolutely have to test both for yourself. So the platform is one piece of the puzzle, but the broker's own setup is absolutely key. And now let's get to the results you've been waiting for. We put more than 100 brokers to the test to find out who has the fastest execution speeds heading into 2026. After running thousands and thousands of automated trades, the data started to tell a very clear story. Some clear winners emerged in this race for pure, unadulterated speed. All right, here we go for all you MT4 users out there. FX Pro was the clear leader, clocking in with a super fast 45 millisecond execution on market orders. But when we look over at MT5, well, the results are just staggering. Moneda completely blew the competition away with unbelievable speeds on both their market and limit orders. 1 millisecond. Just let that sink in for a second. That's the speed Moneda hit for both market and limit orders on their MT5 platform during our tests. That is about as close to instant as you are ever going to get in the retail trading world. Just incredible. Okay, before you run off and change your whole setup, we've got to throw in a super important reality check here. These amazing numbers, they're from demo accounts. In the real world, with real money and real liquidity, live accounts are usually about 1.5 to 2 times slower. So you always have to factor that into your expectations. So we've talked about the problem, we've looked at the platforms, and we've named the fastest brokers. Now for what might be the most important part of all, the actual steps you can take to take control of your trading environment and slash your latency. Look, you can't control the market, and you can't control your broker's server room, but you absolutely can control your own setup. It really comes down to 3 key areas where you can make a huge difference: getting a VPS, making sure your own hardware is solid, and picking the right type of trading account.
So here's your checklist. First, get a virtual private server, a VPS, that is physically located right next to your broker's server, ideally in the same data center. This alone can drop your connection latency to an insane 0.1 milliseconds. On your own computer, make sure you've got at least a quad-core CPU and 8 gigs of RAM. And finally, when you choose an account, go for an ECN or a raw spread account. They route your orders directly to the source, which means faster fills. So, we've laid it all out: the hidden cost of slippage, the tech behind the platforms, the fastest brokers we found, and the exact steps you can take to optimize your setup. It all comes down to one final, crucial question that only you can answer. Now that you have the data, is your broker fast enough for you?
If you'd like to explore all the brokers and compare their execution speeds, head over to the article on our website. You can also download the exact MT4 we use for these tests from there. Links in the description. I hope this video helped you choose the fastest broker for your trading. See you in the next video.